Once again, good afternoon and welcome to the stadium. We'll begin with the starting lineup for 1826 Academy. At goalkeeper, number 0, Ayub Ahmed. Number 44, at forward, Idarus Mohammed. Number 18, forward, Hussein Mohammed. Number 47, at midfield, Enos Khan. Number 22, midfielder, or excuse me, number 28, Hassan.
Let's go, Timo!
Number 7, forward, Abdir Hassan.
Yeah, Sheriff! Captain!
Number 33, midfielder, Noah Olarian. Number 2, midfield, Zakaria Mohammed. At defense, Tyler Beaupre.
Let's go, Ty!
Number 23, defense, Danny King. Coaches are Artie Warsami and Omar Mohammed. And now here's the starting lineup for Vlora FC. Number 2, defense, Hector Trigueros. Number 3, at defense, Jack Jama. Number 5, defender, Rodolfo Batisti. Number 6, midfielder, Hugo Perez. Number 7, midfielder, Easton Hope. Number 8, midfielder, Nacho Gonzalez. Number 10, midfielder, Luis Lucia. Number 11, midfielder, Sohail Ibrahimi. Number 12, goalkeeper, Juan Montoya. Number 18, defender, Benjamin Pena. And at forward, number 20, Ciro Ocado. He coaches for Vlora, Steph Perez, and Julian Cini. For those who are able, please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
That's all right. Good afternoon. Welcome to Bob Pate Stadium. My name is Skip Newton. We are here for tonight's United Premier Soccer League match between 1826 Academy and Vlora FC. Along with me is my partner today, Dominic Bisogno. Dominic, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Skip. Glad to have the first opportunity to work with you here and hopefully watch a really good game of soccer.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great match. Both teams coming in undefeated. Vlora, 2 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses in their first 2 games. They're in a 3-way tie for first place with those 6 points, scoring 7 goals, just 1 again. So an excellent start for Vlora. They've defeated Rochester 5-0 and FC Minneapolis 2-1. And then on the other side, we've got the 1826 Academy. They've only played 1 match, but they've won that one. A 4-0 shutout as they defeated the MN Twin Stars FC, again by that score of 4-0. So expecting a tougher match for both of these clubs today. As you see Vlora, they're wearing their typical red and black vertical striped uniforms. They're going to be going left to right across your screen, with 1826 wearing purple going right to left. It's a warm one for a Mother's Day afternoon.
It is. I think the home opener felt like it was a warm day at the time, but this is really stepping it up. Going to be a little extra test for both teams, but with the way this season works, this game is always waiting for teams at some point. That first big hot day. So hopefully Vlora are prepared for it.
They were prepared maybe for the weather, but apparently not on the right side of the pitch as they're flipping sides. So now 1826 will be going left to right, Vlora going right to left. We mentioned the weather. It's 86 degrees, and there is a significant wind going mostly right to left across your screen. So keep that in mind. It looks like Vlora will have the advantage of that wind here in the first half. I don't think it's supposed to let up before the end of our match here today, so it should be a factor throughout the game. What are you expecting early on from both of these squads?
Well, I think this is probably going to be the toughest opponent Vlora's played so far. 1826 coming in as reigning conference champions from last year. I'm expecting 1826 to come out pretty hot and really go for a goal early. So I think Vlora is going to have some defensive pressure to deal with, but I think this could be a game that is quite entertaining, attacking-wise, for both teams. Both teams are pretty hot going forward right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an early goal.
Attacking is fun to watch. I think people really get into that. I'm looking forward to that today. I hope that proves out to be the case, and I hope it's Vlora on the positive side of most of those attacks. We'll see how things go. Is finally getting ready to kick this off just a few minutes after 4 o'clock. Weather, other than the wind, will not be a factor. It's perfectly sunny sky, so a gorgeous Mother's Day afternoon. Happy Mother's Day to our viewers out there, and here we go. 1826 bring it all the way back to their goalkeeper. That's Ahmed playing goalkeeper number 0, and moving it up the far side of the pitch, looking to strike early. Vlora does a nice job getting back into shape. Far touchline, 1826 still with possession. They'll play it all the way back and around, looking to potentially switch fields. Try to keep that one out of the air if they can. The wind, again, is going to play a factor in anything played up above, and sure enough, perhaps blew that one into touch. We'll have the first possession here for Vlora. Nice job winning possession despite pressure from 2 defenders, and there's our first foul. One's called against 1826. That ball's no good. They're going to play with another one. Now, any chance with the wind that you'd think about putting a shot on goal from here?
I think that'd be very ambitious, but I suppose early in the game, you never know. Anything can happen in the UPSL.
I called a state tournament quarterfinal game last fall, and a guy had a free kick just inside the midline and put it up into the wind and put it in. So almost a full 60 yards from the goal. That's the farthest I've ever seen one.
We'll see. I mean, 1826 are bringing in a really talented defense and goalkeeper this season, so it's going to be really interesting to see how Vlora outsmart that. What they do to manage that. It's going to be a real battle.
Played it near side and had an open player there. I think that was Perez. Came unmarked, just couldn't quite get ahead on that, but ended up being a really nice ball. Opportunity early there for Vlora. Some delays here early trying to find the right ball, and with no extra ones in the net and no ball boys helping us out, there'll be a little bit of a delay fetching those ones that tend to get farther out. But here we're ready for the goal kick. This is Ahmed. Played into touch midfield off of Vlora. This will be a throw for 1826. Try to get you those starters here as the game moves on. Once again, 1826 in control. Early, not a whole lot of clock gone yet, but they've maintained possession for the majority of the early parts of the first 4 minutes here. Back there is Trigueros. In net is Juan Montoya. Gunkel on the bench, backing him up. Long ball down the far touch goes out just on that side of the 1826 bench. Nice aggressive win in the air by one of the captains, going up and making a nice play there to win that one. Sometimes I think the tone can be set early when you see which team is more aggressive on those 50-50 balls.
Absolutely, and these two teams last year when they faced off, it turned into a really intense game physically, and there were some cards to deal with from both sides, and so really interesting to see. 1826 are the side with far more returning players from that game, but it'll be interesting to see how that just plays out, seeing each other again after about a year.
And if these players are anything like my kids, they remember those games. They remember the opposing players. They know who they enjoy playing and competing against, and definitely the ones that they don't. It's like another foul here called against 1826. Vlora will reset back to Montoya. On the near side here, number 3 is Yama. There's Trigueros again on the back line. Also, Battisti on the far side there. He's the one that made that aggressive play. Errant pass goes into touch. Turn over to 1826. That one managed to stay in play. 1826 had possession, but good aggressive defense forces the turnover. Right back to 1826. Looking to get one in. They play that back. Here's a shot, the first one of the game. A big save. This will result in a corner for 1826, but a huge save there by Montoya, keeping the Academy off the scoreboard. Corner from the far side, an in-swinger. And with that win, not able to hook that one. Plays it short, maybe not intentionally. Back out to the 18 shot. That one's blocked. Here comes the counter for Vlora.
I'm done, Hussein. Let's go, Houston!
That was Hoke on the near side. He'll leave this one back for Jama. Battisti. Trigueros sees a run down the far side of the pitch. Just a little too strong. That was Benjamin Pena on the run. Also in the area, Nacho Gonzalez. Up front, Ciro Hurtado as well. Flicked deeper after the throw. Controlled there by Trigueros. Stolen by Academy. Hoke drops it back. Nice pass.
Right back.
Hurtado. Drops it for Trigueros. Near midfield, looking for that far side run again. This one played long again. He's got that wind at his back. That's the exact direction that the wind is going, and maybe needs to take a little bit off that or get under it a little bit. Too strong. Once it hits that turf, it's just taking off.
You can see that Vlora is having the ideas. I think right there you had sort of looking for Hoke as he was wandering. He's been so deadly so far for the team. That's always exciting to see him running on the ball. But like you said, the weather is making some of those longer balls a little difficult.
Vlora controlling the far side once again. As I say that, they turn it over. Played up and nearly over by the Academy. Cleared out, 18-26 control. Near side. That was Sharif Hassan. Stolen attack opportunity, that pass defended by Hassan. Good pressure on the keeper. It's stolen. They forces one. They get a shot and a goal! Forcing the error did Vlora. They notch one here in the 11th minute. It's 1-0.
Just great awareness from Nacho there. Just being ready to make the most of some really great pressure on that 18-26 defense, particularly on the goalkeeper there.
Did we get the jersey number on that goal? It might have been Gonzalez, I think, number 8.
I believe so.
And see if we can get confirmation on that. But a very opportunistic play there for Vlora, getting that first big goal of the match. Pressure defense. Forcing the turnover. That's Nacho Gonzalez.
Goal scored in the 11th minute.
Unassisted, he stole.
That would make sense. All right, we're back. Unassisted goal for Gonzalez. And we got a foul called on Vlora there first. Play this one to the far side of the penalty area. This one's cleared out nicely. Tracked down by Academy, trying to get a throw in quick so they can take advantage of the numbers that were already down there. But they steal one back, looking for an opportunity to put one on. Tried to play it short into the middle. Nice job, Vlora, plugging that up. And we'll have a foul called on Academy. Montoya getting ready for this free kick, letting his teammates get farther down the pitch. Plays it short. Play one long. This one's going to make it all the way to Ahmed. He puts it down. We'll see if Vlora tries to pressure again, but not enough time to get that on. But they almost take away that pass to the far side. This one's played through. Montoya is going to get that near the top of the box. Urges his teammates to go deep. He's going to give this one a big boot. Too far, passing it to Ahmed at the other end. A lot of long balls here. Both teams struggling to connect on those longer passes.
Yeah, they're both doing it plenty, but whether it's the weather or just how the other team is reading it, not a lot of production coming from those so far.
This one will be another throw about equal to the 18 here for Vlora on the far side. Opportunity to get this one into the box, see if they can put something in front of the goal, but they lose possession. Bit of a wasted opportunity there. Bit of an errant pass, but no one there to capitalize, and now 1826 countering. Bit of a dangerous play back to the goalkeeper, but it was a nice, crisp defensive pass there by Trigueros. He didn't take any chances, made sure he got it to Montoya. If he leaves that one a little short, that could have been trouble.
Could have been. Thankfully, in that situation, wasn't too tight of a press on the Vlora defense, but both back lines having a lot to deal with so far. I think we're seeing, particularly from sort of Battisti on the far side here, he's had a lot to deal with handling Aderus, but so far clean. Another here.
Midfield control for Vlora. They switch fields, but not far enough. Pass intended for Polk is intercepted. An immediate counter on the far side, but again, that one into touch. Unable to connect on the long pass are the Academy. 17th minute. Here at Bob Pates. Again, Skip Newton along with Dominic Bisogno. Looked like a foul from behind there. Another one on Academy. The fouls haven't been too aggressive. I think so far so good on the pitch. You said there's been some history between these two clubs.
Yeah, I think when it's been given, it's been pretty academic fouling. It's nothing particularly malicious, and certainly I don't think any cards deserved. None have been given, but yeah, it's been a mostly peaceful start, all things said and done. Considering the amount that 1826 have been running in on the final third, you sometimes would see some more aggressive play.
Now that that's been said, I'm sure something much more aggressive will happen. The broadcaster's curse lives on. I think we got a foul on Vlora on the far side. They're second. So an opportunity deep here for 1826. They'll have a chance either for a tough angle shot or to put one for a teammate in the box. There's 6-7 Academy players in there waiting for this upcoming free kick. 3-man wall for Vlora. Montoya's got him lined up where he wants the wall to be. It's in his place. And the wall proves to be effective. Well done. But played in, far side, wide open. Too far for a shot, played it back into the box. That volley is not going to count as we've got a injury timeout. Player down for both teams. There was a collision on the Vlora player, I think, why he went down. I don't know if there was a head-to-head for the 1826.
I think there might have been a bit of a snowball situation there as that sort of second ball battle played out, and I think both these guys took a bit of a knock.
Trigueros was the injured Vlora player, but he's back. Everyone's kind of shaking hands, making sure they're all right. Taking advantage of the opportunity to drink some water. Looked like that was Hussein Mohammed, number 18, for Academy. And I think head injuries, both players are going to have to come off temporarily just to make sure they're okay. Or at least Trigueros is checking off. Now, does it look like Vlora's going to play a man down? I didn't see a substitution.
Yeah, I believe it's a man down situation. It looks like Hussein is staying on maybe because he was not specifically complaining about a head injury. He wasn't grabbing his head. And so it looks like he's been allowed to stay on. But yeah, it looks like Vlora down to 10 for a little bit here.
Hopefully, Hector Trigueros will be all right. You can see him the far side, the athletic trainer. The rush up past midfield, try to get a through ball to Hoke. Two defenders there, could not split them. Oh, and an errant pass, a gift there for Vlora. Once again, playing a man down, but up 1-0. Goal scored back in the 11th minute. Unassisted, Nacho Gonzalez. They stole the ball from the goalkeeper. Bit of a miscommunication, bad play down there. Resulted in an easy tap into the back of the net. Hulk with some good pressure, nearly forced a turnover there as it's 7v7 numbers-wise. Sharif Hassan was the defender for 1826. Nice job winning this one. Looking for a foul or a handball, I think there. No call. That one gets through, and it's onside. Here's the shot, well outside and high. Second shot for 1826. Both of them pretty good shots. That first one, big save by Montoya. This one, good angle, good approach. Just got under it.
It's very much, I think we're back to 11v11 here now. It's very much been a case of Vlora with pretty limited chances, but making the most of sort of a scrappy one. 1826 created some really good moments. The shots themselves, though, not quite connecting.
So as you indicated, yep, Trigueros back in the game, so he's on the ball right now. So 11v11 again. Good to see that he's checked out okay. Polk pressured. Ruled a good tackle. Nice turn there by Gonzalez. He's going to get rid of that one deep. Allows Vlora to reset defensively. Get their shape. Oh, a nice pressure and steal. That's Bernardez wanted the foul, didn't get it. Academy coming back. Nice defense far side. That one's flicked deeper. Ibrahim Mohammed was there for 1826, knocked out by Vlora, and they quickly throw that one back in, trying to get into the attacking third, but it's well defended again by Vlora. They push that one back. I think both teams figured that was going to be a academy throw as they were setting that up, but the ref saw it otherwise.
I think Vlora will take that one, but yeah, I don't think anyone on the sideline was under the impression that was the call.
Turnover gives an opportunity for Academy, but that's wasted. Should get a goal kick. I'm not sure. We're waiting for a new ball here. Just past the halfway point of the first half. Vlora with the lone tally of the afternoon, maintaining that 1-0 lead. Say Academy's had the more possession in the Vlora half,
Yeah, absolutely.
certainly in the Vlora defensive third, than vice versa. Even going against that strong wind, which right now is at Vlora's backs. Nice play to get that one back and cleared at least into the middle third. And with the temperature sitting at 86 degrees, probably warmer down on the turf, they're going to take some mandatory water breaks. So probably one each half at the halfway point or so. We're about the 27th minute. running time. So a quick break. So what have we seen so far in the first 27 minutes? What are you liking for either squad, or what do you think either team needs to do better?
Well, as we've talked about a little bit already, obviously 1826 right now holding a lot of the ball, particularly offensively. They are really testing Vlora's back line, like we talked a little bit as the game was getting started. This probably is the most challenging matchup defensively that Vlora's had to deal with so far this season, and you can see that already. They're having to work pretty hard, whether it be a save or working down the wing to prevent anything. I think that's going to continue for a while to be sort of the big matchup here, right? That being said, we talked about maybe an early goal. Vlora got that early goal. They got it in a slightly unconventional manner, but they should certainly be happy with what they've been able to produce in comparison to 1826. I mean, I guess the big question for Vlora is just, can they start creating some chances that feel a little more fluid and organic versus the goal, which of course came from a mistake.
Right. Yeah, I think that's one thing that we need to see more of is, when they get possession at the middle, in the middle third, they're not able to connect with that front line and really put together opportunities to generate shots. I think the only shot on goal was a result of that turnover, the one that, that fortunately they took advantage of. I mean, you have to finish that, but we've seen a few more opportunities, 1826, where they're getting in deeper penetration, and then the shots feel like they've come from passing it back to a player, so they can't get past the last line, right, but they're at least pushing Vlora back enough, or then they can bring it back and get good shots. First one might have been even slightly inside the 18, if not right at it, and the other one was just outside. But they were two very, very good scoring opportunities. Again, Montoya, great save on that first one. So a bit of a recap there for our viewers. It looks like the water break is ending here and ready to start things anew. 29 minutes into the first half. Vlora puts one through. Can he get there? Not quite. But close enough where Amma could take no chances, and he just clears that one out.
But, Skip, that's exactly what we need to see more of. So far, the any sort of significant distance on passes, it's been too much, and especially with the heat today, there's just no one's running marathons today. And balls like that can just rest right ahead of the box with the talent Vlora have up front, that feels like where something could happen.
And there's a foul on Vlora. Well, Ahmed's a pretty aggressive goalkeeper so far. I mean, coming out, he's already outside the 18. Oh, now he's going to take this. But I've seen him, he's not one of those goalkeepers that likes to just stay on his back line. So when those balls over the top or through balls like this one here, if it's onside, it is not. The flag is up. But what I'm wondering is, are they going to have a difficult time with those balls unless they go diagonal, like outside, but keep it farther away from Ahmed? Otherwise, anything up the middle, he's going to get to first. Again, unless it's the perfect touch. And who knows, in the second half, maybe the wind in their faces, maybe that'll actually help them a little bit with those. This one more of a clear, nice job by Ahmed playing the anticipated big hop off the turf. He knew it was coming.
I've seen hops like that outsmart much better goalkeepers. Yes. So credit to him for reading that one.
And he was backpedaling aggressively and knew that even the first hop wasn't going to work. He had to play the second. Well done. Speaking of well done, Hulk with some nice control there. And there's a foul on 1826. I'm not sure why they're palms to the sky looking at the ref. I felt that was a pretty obvious call.
Yeah.
Almost an errant head back. Ahmed had to stretch out for that one to prevent a freebie corner kick. Here's another interception. The shot over the top, and it's over the top of everything. So attempting to take advantage of another turnover and also take advantage of Ahmed being off that line, drops that one just a little bit, and that would have been the second tally for Vlora.
And, you know, I don't think it hurts to take the chance there. Already ahead, just looking to keep the pressure on 1826. I really, really tested Ahmed.
Long ball, far touch. Not over the head of Vlora defender, but it comes back. Now they get past the last one. They're coming into the box. They got an opportunity here. They play it inside. Can't get a shot as he was almost back to the goal to receive that. Put him in a tough spot. His shot's blocked. And now Vlora with the clear. So another opportunity there for 1826, but they can't capitalize. Into the middle. Clean play there. Controlled. Academy. Far side. Speed move around the outside. They make the play, but good enough defense to force it into touch. And I believe that's off 1826. Or no, they're going to rule that another corner.
There you go. Lot of pressure down this left attacking side for 1826 this whole half so far. They've looked incredibly dangerous down the left wing.
They crowd the box, in swinger. Deflection results in a shot. That one's off the side of the cage. A lot of activity in the Burnsville area with the sirens going. Hopefully nothing too serious. 35th minute. 1-0 Vlora. Outside of the foot, nice pass. This one's played off of 1826. It'll be a throw. Tracking it down is Jama. Poke. Double team. Wisely just plays it off the defender. Off of Kamal Hassan. Oh, a nice spin there, but too many purple jerseys, and they control midfield. Play it across, looking to counter down that left side where they've seen some success. Good steal here for Vlora. Going by two defenders. Otado got Hulk behind him for support. Good recovery defense there by the Academy, resulting in a deep throw. Jama's going to step up and take this one as well. Opportunity deep here for Vlora to put one in the box, see if they can't get something in front of the net. Not quite long enough. Flicked up just outside the 18, right back in. Takedown, no call there. Good no call. Oh, a nice pressure defensively, not letting him turn.
Gotta go both ways.
I liked the pressure defense. It was an opportunity with Vlora, and now we got a yellow. Opportunity for Vlora to keep it down in that side, but a little too aggressive. I didn't catch. Was that on Jama number 3, maybe?
I believe that was on number 2.
All right.
If it was on the defending itself, it would be 2. I don't know if it came a little late, the card, so I don't know if it was actually for the physical foul or words afterwards. But
we're going to rule that till we hear otherwise on Trigueros. Gets a tally on the sheet. Not necessarily where he was looking to be, but play the rest of this one on a yellow. That long ball right to Jama's chest. Flicked outside. Here comes Hoke. He's got 2 defenders on him quickly. Goes inside to beat one, but can't get past the second. Nice team defense there by Academy. Ahmed going to go long, right up the middle. And another foul, I believe that's 5 apiece. Center ref, maybe a verbal warning there to relax a little. Things are getting a little more intense. Long ball far side into the corner. Nice shielding there by Battisti on the far side. Good long throw. Nice switch of the fields. 18-26, but the first touch got away from him, fortunately, for Vlora. In harmlessly on Montoya. Shove from behind, and that one's called. Oh, a good speed dribble past the floor defender, but the last one able to step in the way. Otherwise, that could have been trouble. Clever flick, but just into touch. Good defense in front of the Vlora bench. Errant pass into touch, looking for Kamal Hassan. But he looked like he was standing almost with both feet out of play, and so
yeah, a little bit of miscommunication.
Yeah.
Be curious to see as we get these final minutes of the half if a long half in hot weather maybe creating some miscommunications.
Well, now we're going to get a booking. Yellow card in the 42nd minute. That one on number 3. So we were questioning who had them earlier. Definitely wasn't number 3, or he would be done. And we have another one. I'm not sure what's going on. Long throw. Nice pass with the chest. Comes out of there. Ibrahimi. Long shot. Ooh, Ahmed played that.
Hard to say for sure if that was on target, but probably a decision he has to make. just to be sure, especially with multiple Vlora players still moving towards him.
This will be the first corner of the first half for Vlora. They have the advantage of the win, but they're going to use an outswinging right kick hook. Flick farther in, opportunity here for Vlora. If they can get to it, they can. There's some mild arm shoving in there, but nothing to be called. Going to take something pretty aggressive, I think, for the ref to warrant a penalty. That was Battisti deep in there looking to capitalize. Jama played that one into touch here. As we said, we're coming down to the final minutes of the first half. You might get a couple minutes stoppage coming up based on that injury timeout. Oh, a nice flick into the box, but he goes down. Some confusion on the back line. Defense thought Montoya was coming out. That could have been a lot worse.
Shaky. That was an opportunity for 1826 to create a situation like the Vlora goal, but
oh, and the touch is too deep. Lotado had Hoke free and clear. He had the right idea. He wanted to touch that forward to him, but just too strong. But just when you think those balls are going out, it's speed on that far side, that left side of Academy. You mentioned earlier, giving the Vlora defense all they can handle over there. Like a bit of a give and go with no go. Flick deeper. Opportunity for Vlora to pressure that back line. See if they can't force a turnover. Nice job by Academy passing quickly out of that, trying to counterattack here as we are in first half stoppage time. Adding on, we're guessing 2 to 3 minutes. No idea. Some contact. Looked like that was off Vlora. Kind of the basketball version of, we're not going to make this call, but we're not going to make that call. We'll just pick the one in the middle. Could have been a foul, but I think he ruled it
I believe it's been a free kick here.
No, they aren't, so they did call the foul. Yeah, that's right. He didn't point at the box, so not a goal kick. Oh, nice fake there by Trigueros. Buying a little extra time here for Vlora to clear out of their end. Maybe one last attack opportunity if Vlora can maintain possession. Second minute of additional time here. Oh, clever little flick on deep. Not even sure he touched it that much. Is just got to go in the right direction, but fooled the defense. Fortunately, Academy with possession once again. Still dribbling by several defenders here. Academy left foot opportunity shot. Right on. Montoya with the save. This one much easier than the first one as he had that one measured the whole way, but some very opportunistic
Yeah.
dribbling, weaving in and out, really had the Vlora defenders turning around in circles a little bit there.
Absolutely, yeah. The shot itself never quite leaves the ground enough, but 1826 very much making this Vlora defense work for the clean sheet it currently has.
Some pressure there, near turnover. Two and a half minutes into additional time. And there's a hold of the arm and a foul called. Pena the guilty party, and quick restart here for 1826. I'm sure they realize, oh, and there's a foul from behind. That one's going to result in a free kick just 26, 27 yards away. That's not the greatest place to be taking a foul late in the half. I mean, the whistle could blow at any time.
Yeah, great opportunity here for 1826 to set up as much as they want and likely not have too much work to do afterwards.
Montoya setting up the wall. Looks like they're going to go just with the 3, or maybe even 2. There we go. There's a third guy. Shot into the wall again, and the rebound shot well wide.
There we go.
And there it is, the end of the half, 4 minutes of stoppage. So the opportunistic goal, one goal off the steal there, the misplay by the goalkeeper, put in the 11th minute. That's scored by Nacho Gonzalez. We'll take a short break here for halftime, but we'll be back to talk a little bit more about the first half and set up the second half. You're watching Vlora versus the 1826 Academy. It's 1-0 Vlora.
Your comments.
Welcome back to Bob Pate Stadium here in Burnsville, Minnesota. My name is Skip Newton alongside Dominic Bisogno and Katie Brink, of course, producing and directing and managing and providing all sorts of fun facts. It's 1-0, Vlora with the lead. It feels a little tenuous, Dominic, with the lack of opportunities that the offense has generated for Vlora. I mean, they scored on the goal in the 11th minute with forcing the turnover and just putting one in. But other than that, it feels like the Academy's had the lion's share of opportunities.
Yeah, it feels like Vlora's struggling a little bit to get the ball to people like Easton Hoke, who have been producing so much. Got, I think, 8 goals, 3 games. This is a Vlora offense that has the ability to score plenty. They got 5 in each of their last 2 games in all competitions, but they just haven't really been setting up the players in the first place to get those shots off. And 1826's defense, despite trailing, I think has done a really good job, frankly, of silencing them.
Yeah, it's a well-played game so far by 1826. Other than finishing, they've had opportunities. Some stats in the first half. Again, the goal by Vlora, the lone goal. 5 shots that I have recorded for 1826 to 3 for Vlora. 1 save for the Academy goalkeeper. 2 for Montoya for Vlora. 2 corners for 1826. 1 for Vlora, and then the fouls amazingly even at 7 apiece. Funny how that finds itself happening after a half of football, as we are known to see from referees doing their job, just taking a marble out of the pocket, putting it to their side every time they call foul, and the marbles stay the same. We do want to thank our club sponsor, Nowak Law Offices, sponsoring the Vlora Football Club. Also want to mention, coming up on the 25th, so that's just 2 weeks from today, a triple header right here at Bob Pate Stadium in Burnsville. It's Mental Health Night. So mental health workers, you have your identification showing that you are employed in mental health, you will get in for free. So come join us. Hopefully you will be treated to not only a wonderful set of games on the 25th, but as gorgeous of weather as we have here today. Almost too warm, I think, down on the pitch. 86 degrees up here in the booth, and there's a strong wind. Vlora, when they take the pitch again, will be going left, right into that wind, but didn't feel like the wind was really an advantage in the first half. In fact, a lot of their long ball opportunities seem to go too far. So who knows? Maybe the wind in their faces will help a little bit in that regard. Yeah,
Whatever you usually expect, the fact is that the long ball plays just haven't quite worked for Vlora, and 1826, meanwhile, have maybe had a bit more luck in that direction. So yeah, it's really interesting to see switching sides if the wind changes at all in terms of intensity, but 2, if it stays the same, if maybe somehow that constraint on the ball against the wind might help Vlora find some players. But I think there's a lot to see as far as adjustment from both teams heading to the second.
As you see, Academy stepping out there, though, to switch sides, but they've had the starting 11 in, as far as I can tell, for the entire first half. Ayub Ahmed in goal. Up front, they've had Idris Muhammad and Hussein Muhammad. Midfield, other forward, Kamal Hassan, helping to produce pressure up there. Midfielder, Abdel Hakim Ismail. Another forward, Sharif Hassan, we've seen as well, put some pressure on it. Ibrahim Mohammed in there. Wolder Mariam is one of the midfielders there. Zakaria Mohammed and Danny King, as well as Tyler Beaupre, round out their starting 11. For Vlora, it's been a good half for goalkeeper Juan Montoya, maintaining the clean sheet. Had a really nice save on the first shot. Otherwise, not really tested too much, but being in the right position is part of the job as a goalkeeper, to make things as easy on yourself and as your defense as possible. They've had a couple of times where thought maybe the communication with his back line wasn't quite perfect and made for some nervousness, I think, up here in the booth and probably on the bench, but no harm, no foul at that point. And then the other starting 11, number 2, Hector Trigueros, Dek Jama, Rodolfo Batiste, Hugo Perez, Easton Hoke, as you mentioned up front. Nacho Gonzalez, the goal scorer back in the 11th minute. So Hale Ibrahimi, and we've got Benjamin Pena, Luis Mencia, and Ciro Otado. The starting 11 so far for Vlora, as they're just finishing up their halftime chat and ready to take their half of the pitch. They'll be going left to right again into that stiff wind.
It'll be interesting to see. Such a big part of that first half was the sort of triangle of Pena, Perez, and Battisti. At the time, it was on the far side of the field, sort of defending that right back corner for Vlora, dealing with Idris Mohammed so much. I believe 44 tonight for 1826. He'll be on the near side here now, and that felt like the handling of his runs was such a key, either to restraining 1826 or, when they didn't get it done, to 1826 creating their chances. So it'll be interesting to see how more time, more heat adjusts that a little bit, and if those guys can continue to contain his runs.
Just about ready here for the second half. Vlora will have possession. And we are underway, and they're going to immediately play one long for Hoke, but we've got up in the air, and I think the wind has pushed that one too far into the bench. A couple of quick throws here for 1826. A little aggressive on the advancement past where it went out, so they'll redo, and I think that was a early foul called.
Looked like I might have bounced up onto his arm, so he was trying to control that one.
Vlora play this across the back line. And to use that small game. Oh, there was a nice handoff. Able to poke that one away, and Vlora comes out with it. Tight quarters. Tough to navigate there. Two defenders, sometimes even three. The one Vlora defender, and that one aggressively played out by Ismail. Pena. One headed into the middle. Vlora play that across, looking for Hoke. Kicked back over the head in touch. Battisti want to make sure he gets the right ball, doesn't want to get a yellow card.
It's a point of contention today for the referee.
Get in trouble playing with the wrong ball. Pena with a nice pass back to mid. This one's squirted through the middle. I'm not sure if that was the intent.
Not sure. It skidded a little bit on the turf as that went. Not sure what the plan was.
Well, I'm curious now, as we learned at halftime, that there are official UPSL balls that they will be using, obviously, and apparently the players early on are talking about that they can be a bit slick, a bit tough to handle. I think that will be more so maybe in the wind here, but for sure on a wet game. And of course goalkeepers have to keep that in mind. So maybe it slips off the foot a little bit.
Yeah, it would be interesting to hear, for example, in that first half, there were a couple of times where Ahmed had to handle his handling of the ball a little bit, had to take multiple touches, and I'm curious if that at all even played a role in that. But
opportunity here down the far side, onside. Vlora got a man in the middle, tries to feed it through low. That one's blocked, but he's going to get it back. Takes the baseline, goes up and over too far. Kept in play nicely. Pena. Nice job by the ref getting out of the way. Vlora with an opportunity. They're going to turn. That one's blocked. Not sure if that was a shot or it was maybe just a try to pass that one. It didn't look like he struck it hard.
No, maybe looking to set something up on the right side of the box.
Oh, good attempt there. Battisti. Nice job using support. Oh, and that pass too far. Battisti got too much of it. Gifts the corner to 18-26. The upside there is that the ball wasn't directed at the net. Always looking for the positive here, Katie. Always looking for the positive. So interesting that they're not going to use a left foot in swinger with that wind to try to hook one in. They want to keep it out at the 6. Battisti's in there. That one's shot. It looks like it was saved. I think Montoya, a big save there for Vlora, keeping the Academy off the board, but quickly they're bringing it right back down, trying to maintain pressure, see if they can't get the equalizer. Outside, and the flag is up.
Playing it quickly here.
Miscommunication there. Otado was going to make a run deep, and here comes 18-26. Long shot! Off the side of the net. I've been thrown off all game. The tall with the tall guy in the back there, but he's got the ponytail. I can't get Holland out of my mind from the Premier League. And I know he's not playing forward like Holland does, but it's what I keep thinking.
He had dreams there with that shot of
Yes, he did.
recreating a Holland moment, perhaps.
Nice speed to get past one defender. It's bodied off the ball there. A bit too much dribbling, I think. Too many purple jerseys in the way. Here comes the Academy. They're going to feed on the outside. Into the box, setting up that left foot strike. That one's blocked. Okay, that might have gotten up off a Vlora player. This shot also kept out and blocked. Nice job at the back line, getting in the way of these shots, helping Montoya out. 18-26 putting the pressure on. We're just in the end of the 52nd minute. Into the 18 once again with speed. Oh, slide tackle. Battisti has it, but he's stuck down. He can't get up. And that's going to result in a dangerous play. First, we'll make sure he's okay, but this is going to be an indirect kick for 18-26. The ball was between his legs. And I don't know if they took a kick at it and that caused something.
Yeah, it was hard to see. There's a little bit of back and forth with Battisti and 23. I didn't quite see where the injury developed. He's still down.
He looks like he's in quite a bit of pain. Trainer out there to take a look. And I wonder if the injury didn't come not when he was down, but what caused him to go down. Maybe if he twisted something, and that is what made him go down in the first place. That's my concern here.
Yeah. Yeah, because while the play was still going, he kind of found himself on the ground. He kind of had to twist around, shielding the ball a little bit. And, yeah, I wonder if something turned that wasn't supposed to. Sitting up now. Right out of the gate, a lot for both of these back lines to deal with. Vlora kind of created some chaos down on the 1826 side for a while, but now it's been old Vlora defending.
Encouraging to see Rodolfo Battisti up and walking. Not sure if this is going to be a situation where they play a man down to see if he can't be healthy enough to come back, or if they're going to have to remove him and go with the substitution. No indication as of yet. Meanwhile, the referee marking off the 10 yards. Easier to do here on the football field that has the yard markers marked off. Just do the math. Once again, this is an indirect kick, so they cannot shoot it directly into the goal.
Got a pretty wide range of options here for Abdi Sharif to find here.
They touch, they shoot, and once again, the wall of Vlora proving effective.
Yeah, that's a couple between the end of the first half and now. There's a couple different set-piece situations that they've been able to actually stay relatively low and get in front of some big kicks from Ibrahim.
The deflection does result in the corner. This will be an in-swinger, but they're going to play it out to the 18. And they're wide open. Has to go around one defender. Shot blocked by the second. Or looking to counter. Currently playing a man down. Battisti being looked at on the far side there. Played deep and out. This will be a goal kick. Montoya fetches the spare ball, and Battisti races onto the pitch. So back to 11 on 11. So that's a welcome sign. I was a little concerned when he was first being looked at that this was going to be a more serious injury.
It's called into action right away.
Pass deflected out. That one's bodied out. This should also be Vlora ball. Quick throw by 1826 back to Ahmed and net. Long ball far side. Vlora gets there first. Kept in play. Nice step up. Battisti. Vlora unable to get it past the midline, and here comes the academy. And we have some substitutions coming in for 1826. Holdemariam Heading off, number 33. Also heading off, Ibrahim Mohammed, number 16. About coming up on the 15-minute mark of the second half, so almost the 60th minute, there will be a water break, probably another 10 minutes in. An injured Vlora player down as play resumes. He's up and jogging off. That was Bernardez. Vlora controls far side, try to play it through. Defense too fast. Or is that Mencia, number 21? Oh, so we've got number changes all over the place. There's a long ball by 1826. We saw a lot of these. Oh, fancy Montoya. Now, as long as his hands aren't on it,
Yeah.
that's a fair ball, right? I mean, the other team can play that.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to do some dancing in the first half, and he's feeling free to play around in the second half.
Perhaps reminding you of the baseball movie Major League when he makes the "Say Hey Willie Mays" catch. Nice catch, Hayes. Don't ever do that again. I'll give that the G-rated remake of that. This one played back. Ahmed out of his box. Nice job by Vlora getting possession, but turnover quickly. Errant pass there. This will be Abdi. Passes it, or throws it right to Vlora. Unable to take advantage. Mencia coming over, but plays that one into touch. Academy switches fields, gets on the turf too fast.
It's about as calm as this half has been so far. A little bit of back and forth, but not quite the chaos we saw on both ends in the first 10.
We were thinking coming in that this might be a game where quite a few goals were scored. So far, just the one, and really off of a turnover, not something that was set up offensively. So interesting that it's been just a 1-0 game.
Yeah, I think we're seeing two talented forward units sort of hitting a roadblock with two talented defenses and maybe a touch of bad luck or misreading on a few occasions. Chance for Vlora here.
Pena has speed, puts a shot on save. It's a juicy rebound. Can they get the goal? That one's blocked. Another opportunity here. Turns and spins, but there's like 4 bodies in the way. Can't get it through. I think he didn't have any other option. A flurry of activity there in front of the 18-26 goal. Now they're looking to counterattack. Nice job by the Vlora defense. But they've called a foul, and now we've got a yellow. That's on Mencia, number 21, here in the 64th minute. Is that because he picked the ball up?
I believe
when
it's
it wasn't our kick?
delay, yeah.
Yeah.
Whether intentional or not, ball didn't find its way to an 1826 player, and refs decided to make a point of that.
But before that, maybe one of the best offensive created scoring opportunities for Vlora.
Absolutely.
Nice speed down the near side. Oh, there's a beautiful pass. A couple of defenders he's got help on the outside, uses them. Onside, no flag. Into the box. Pass in the middle, left foot shot. That one's blocked. And that results in the first corner of the second half here for Vlora, the second of the game.
And really some of the first chances we've seen where Vlora have done some more, actually passing and building chances, taking shots on goal. And quickly
They're going to play it back wide open, changing the angle. The shot through the football uprights. A wide open defender back like that. I like that play. The ability to change the angle, and really there's no pressure there. There's no risk of turnover. Sometimes you see the short ball and it doesn't result in anything. That guaranteed to get something from a different angle is a nice choice there by Vlora. Going by defenders left and right, but the pass intercepted. He had his forward checking back. Montoya likes to use his feet, uses them well.
All right, he figured it out again there.
And there's a takedown from behind. I believe the second foul on 1826.
Card finally comes out there.
Didn't catch the jersey number on that card, but the first yellow here against the Academy, there's been 3 yellows against Vlora. I believe that was on number 2, I've been told, so Zach Mohammed. Holt got his body in harm's way there. Almost took a knee to the head for his trouble. Comes the Academy far side. They meet resistance. Montoya, I don't think meant to put that one into touch, but plucked out of the air cleverly. Nice job maintaining possession there. I think flag's going to go up. He was in offside position and came back. Not quite where we have the perfect angle on it, but we had a good enough angle where I thought that was the right call.
Yeah. I'm saying that there is a card eventually. I believe for 20. Oh, we got our water break here.
Water break, and you say a card on number 20?
It came a little bit after the play had stopped, but on Vlora.
So Ciro Otado picking up his first yellow, the 4th for Vlora. We got a little bit of a break here. You mentioned there'll be a water break with the temperature still holding steady here at 86 degrees.
Should note quick, kind of happened while we had the player down and a card earlier, but 1826 brought on another player or two. They did a switch during that. Notably, they switched their center forward to Assem El Said, who's actually a former Vlora player. Been with 1826 for a couple of years now. So they're switching up a little bit the options they got up front here.
Vlora clinging to that 1-0 advantage. Once again, the goal scored back in the 11th minute. Nacho Gonzalez making good on the steal. The goalkeeper for 1826, Ayub Ahmed, had possession, was attempting to pass to one of his defenders and put it right onto the boot, Gonzalez, and he hammered that past him and home. Great goal of opportunity there for Vlora. Now they're holding on. Saw a flurry of activity just a couple of minutes ago. Maybe one of the best scoring chances generated for Vlora this game. We've seen much more consistent offense from 1826, but unable to finish, fortunately for Vlora. But the concern I always have as a fan of a team, or if I was a member of a team, is when you continuously are facing that pressure, you feel like eventually it's just going to break.
Yeah, I think that's why it's so important that Vlora make the most of some of these chances. And they did create a genuinely good chance there. They had a wall of 1826 defenders to deal with, but you really have to make the most of those in games where you're not getting a lot, because 1826 are creating so much that you imagine the odds will eventually rule in their favor. But so far Vlora making it work. But yeah, I mean, the creativity has been better. We talked at halftime about is there going to be more of that? The passing in the final third, the creativity, it's starting to simmer a little bit. You can feel like.
Getting ready to start the final 20 minutes. What we might see too, if the lead, holds for Vlora, 1826 might start taking more chances, and that could lead to some counters as well. A long ball. Battisti winning that one high in the air. Well done here. And here's that opportunity for a counter for Vlora if they can complete that pass. They can't, but they do get the throw-in, so possession maintained. And Danny King back there taking no chances, but he does yield to Vlora. Pena with the throw. Battisti. That one goes off the chest of Jabril Mohammed. Vlora trying to bring that one into the middle, but can't connect. Over to Hoke.
Flag up.
And the flag is up. Offside once again. Quick restart. Playing in the box. Well defended. Smart job there by 1826 to fetch that ball and get it back in. Saving themselves a little extra time to get that equalizer. Montoya right to Battisti. He'll go long. Ahmed out of the penalty area. He's going to go deep. A tough play down in the corner, just kept in, but momentum carried him well past the corner flag. Vlora player goes down. He took a tap to the back of the head. No call. That was Otado into the box. Montoya slipped right through his hand a little bit, There's that potential slick ball situation we were talking about earlier.
He handled it well, but there's been a couple awkward moments, I feel like, for both goalkeepers today, whether it be down to the ball or situations the back line have put them in terms of what passing lanes they have to work with. Obviously, the goal to a degree created by that.
Oh, a nice move there. Creativity. Adras Mohammed draws the foul. Jabril Mohammed will take this one. Ready to play this one into the penalty area. He puts a shot on goal. Hooks that one through the uprights. So perhaps trying to catch Montoya napping a little bit. That was a long ball from an angle. I think tough to just sneak that one past the goalkeeper. Starting to see a little bit of longer shadows as the sun setting behind us, but probably still not a concern as far as getting in the eyes of the goalkeeper on that one. Meanwhile, 1826 continuing to keep the ball in the attacking third, putting balls into the penalty area. They do again. Nice header. Beautiful clearing job there by Vlora. Defense up to the task thus far, playing well.
Yeah, really putting their bodies on the line in a couple of these chances.
Long shot. Toy does a nice job keeping his hands behind that one. Pena unable to control. 76th minute. Centering attempt was blocked. Opportunity here for Vlora with possession. Still in control. They feed this one through with speed on the outside. His opportunity loses. Great recovery there. Zach Abdi. Brilliant recovery. That looked like a potential one-on-goal situation.
Really great work, really, that whole chance, except for the fact that the body blocking was really well done from 1826. And so he'll have to keep working for that goal.
Vlora could get one of these counters, one of these opportunities home. That would definitely give them a little bit of breathing room here for the final 14-plus stoppage time. I believe we're still having clock issues on our broadcast, so we are just starting the 78th minute. It's not counting in the right direction, much to our producer's irritation.
Good tackle there from Pena, by the way. Cuts out a good ball to Adras Mohammed.
Going to need a rethrow. It's too far forward. This allows Vlora to get their defense maybe in a situation to apply a little more pressure. Nice tackle there. Into touch. It'll be a deep throw near the corner.
So on a quick peek here, it looks like Valora's got some substitutes getting ready. 13 and 17, it looks like.
Dane Hanks. We'll get that number 17 number in a minute. Ready to check in. And I believe we have a foot, lifting of the foot on the throw.
Yeah, it looks like a foul throw, yep.
That's something you usually see at this level. They're waving the substitutions on, but I'm not really sure what the delay is here. Here they come. Meanwhile, the guy throwing the ball and continues to advance up the pitch.
It's gamesmanship, Skip, and it's beautiful.
Yes. Every time the ref turned around, he'd take another step forward or two. '80th minute. Back to action here. Vlora counterattack. They draw the foul. Getting to that part near the end of the game, the last 10+ minutes, where every foul, every play into touch, resulting in a throw-in or a goal kick for Vlora is just more time off the clock.
Yeah.
And it's something that 1826 needs to be a little more aware of.
Yeah, at this point, about 10 minutes at least of regulation. Clock management is becoming a huge part of the game plan for Vlora here, as much as I'm sure they like to extend the lead. Managing a miscue on the back heel there.
Almost a turnover here. It is a turnover. Oh, a beautiful pass through and nice recovery there by 1826. Had, I believe, can't quite catch the jersey number. This is going to be a corner. Let's see who's taking that.
It's like 11.
Yep.
Sohail
was in position trying to receive that pass, wide open on the near side. Outswinger. Just over the head of several Vlora players. Played right back in. Ahmed comes off. Plays this one. He's going to go deep, looking for that quick counter. One-on-one. Montoya's there, uses the head as he's outside the penalty area. He'll face pressure wisely and kicks that one into touch. Nice play by Montoya. I don't know if he could have waited inside the penalty area for that one.
Right.
I think he had to make the play he did, and he did it well.
Yeah, I think he handled the pressure there well. I think Asim was getting close. He's got a big frame, and so you can't always trust that you're going to win that in the air later in the box. 1826 end up skidding a all-up shot wide.
Unofficially, my stats have that eight shots this half there for 1826 to 4 for Vlora. But not a lot of those, on goal. I think we have 3 saves for Montoya, so several wide or blocked. And we've had, 3 free kicks where the wall has blocked that. So that's been a nice, again, defensive feature, if you will, for Vlora.
Yeah, no, I think, we'll see what happens in these last several minutes. 1826, I think I'm playing to be happy about in terms of just the minute-to-minute playing that they've done. But if there's one thing to highlight, it's really just not getting much on target today.
Oh, some nice fancy footwork there. Here comes Vlora far side. Or excuse me, 1826. Defended by Vlora. Keeping it to the outside. Now all 11 Vlora players are back within 20 yards. And now all of them in the penalty area, except for one. Bounces in the penalty area, played out. Nice job cleared. Opportunity here for Vlora to at least try to get it deep if they can, but they turn it over. Here comes 1826. Oh, a nice pass through 2 defenders. Too far of a touch. And was it a handball
Looks like
violation?
a handling, yeah. Somewhere in the build-up there. Not sure if it was before or after the Jama tackle.
A handling foul. Up into the wind. Knocks that one down. Vlora far side. Good speed, good defense. Gets around his defender. They're still battling. Physical play, well done by both teams. Academy wins that battle. Got a run on the near side. Well defended there by Pena.
Good chance here.
Left foot shot. Well wide. Well set up there by the Academy.
A couple players slow to get up here.
A couple of guys still on the turf.
Yeah, I mean, Montoya did what he could to be on the right side to block that if it was on target, but with the power on that, it's hard to say what would have happened if it had just been a little lower. But that's a big chance. That's a big chance for 1826.
Right at the end, I think it was Battisti came flying in on the ground, sliding, trying to at least take away a low shot, or maybe if he could get in front of it, trying to deflect it, but shot to go well wide. Now there's going to be a conversation between the center and the AR. I'm not sure what that's going to be about. '86th minute. 1-0 Vlora. Misplayed. Could be a costly turnover as that one's thrown and get by a couple of defenders, but cleared. Kyber. Controlled by Academy. Right foot shot. Montoya, nice job getting in body in front of that one.
Had to deal with an awkward bounce there. It ended up landing sort of in his stomach. But, yeah, stayed big and got the stop. We've got for Vlora now, we've got Nda up front here, number 14. Got some fresh feet on the attack.
Plenty of time here for Vlora.
Ooh. Hanks with the pass back, almost a turnover, but Vlora handled it. Ended up with a throw.
Yeah, unfortunately they're off the leg of 1826, so a throw here for, a nice pass, nice control. Opportunity here for Vlora to, if nothing else, get it deep. Nda, 14.
It's a tight offside call there, but
Boy, yeah, I didn't see that live. That was really close.
a little miscue on that free kick there.
Well saved by Vlora. Wasting more time. End of minute number 88 goes right by the attacker.
Needless to say, Montoya did not hear your major league jokes.
No.
He is insistent on continuing the fun.
And now he'll use his hands, as goalkeepers are wont to do sometimes. He's more than willing to waste some time here.
There's a little bit of a complaint from 1826 there, I think, about like time wasting. However, that's actually not. In that case, that's not punishable because the ball is in play.
Yes, he's on the ground, right? All on Vlora. Coming up on the final minute of regulation. Anticipate at least 3-4 minutes of stoppage time. Oh, a nice spin. Possession chipped in the penalty area, headed out. And cleared near side. And another offside.
Oh, my. That's a tight one. I mean, Pena will disagree with with that, but 1826 is the ball back.
Give and go. Back to the near side. Shot. That one's well wide. That was one of those. I'm not sure if he intended to shoot or if he was trying to hit someone coming for a backdoor run.
How much did the wind interact? Yeah,
exactly. But it kind of went in the middle and harmlessly over the goal line. Another goal kick here as we are past regulation. Is Montoya definitely wasting time? Getting yelled at by the center ref. Here comes Academy. That pass deflected out and cleared.
Both sides arguing things. The 1826 player or two were calling for a hand. Meanwhile, a Vlora defender was calling for an offside call. None of that being given.
Second minute of add-on time. Long throw into the box. That one's headed out and cleared. Opportunity for the Dobb, but he can't control. Played back in. This one's headed back into the middle. Cleared out nicely by Vlora. One's dropped and cleared to midfield. Academy coach quickly off the bench to get that one from going too far. Goalkeeper way out of his penalty area. Nice control for Vlora.
And Dodd did well there to sort of push the defender a little bit, almost keeping the ball in for him.
Yeah, I was going to say he pressured well, but didn't commit the foul, allowing the play to continue to get deeper into the Academy end. Oh, a nice spin and control here, an opportunity for Vlora. I would have liked to have seen that one down the near touch.
Yeah. At Pena, ready to run onto it.
A good overlapping run, but not used. Academy counterattacking. Could be one of their final attempts into the attacking third, depending on how much additional time they've added. And that one went over the line for a goal kick. Now into our fourth minute. Knocked away by Vlora. Academy. Ooh. Oh, nice. Pass intercepted. Pena has it. Tried to use his speed to beat the defender, but Abdi is very fast. He gets in possession.
Hanks again, just
Nice control for
winning
Hanks.
some
He's
little
tripped and
battles.
knocked down. And that's going to be a yellow, the second yellow, and he is now out. So the second yellow on number 2 for 1826, Zach Mohammed, resulting in the red card.
Well, in the history of these two teams, albeit tonight was a pretty calm game, all said and done, we have another game with the red card, as we did last year.
Second yellow of the game results in a red card on number 2, Zach Mohammed, 1826 Academy. Zach Mohammed, red card.
Now in the 5th extra minute, Vlora doing a nice job of putting the ball in the defensive end here. 1826 is looking for the end, and I got to say there can't be a whole lot of time left. They can just get it down there and keep it down there for a little bit. This one might result in that one goal holding up. Oh, no foul called there. Opportunity for Academy, perhaps one more run. Does not result in anything. Here comes Vlora. The more they can dribble this down, the better. Good tackle there. 1826 again, playing a man down. Trying to get the equalizer, but running out of time. Push from behind. I don't think that's going to be a kick. Or not sure if it's a throw. We'll see. It is a foul. Long ball into touch. The wind helping that out.
Can't be much more than another chance. That's for 1826.
We're in the 97th minute. Oh, a nice job of Vlora taking away that opportunity of at least putting it into the penalty area. Here they come. They pitch it forward. Batiste with the head. A big head on that play. Academy coming through. Once again, Batiste with a tackle. Vlora keeps it in. Pena.
Pena.
Onside, far side. Vlora doesn't really need to shoot as much as control, but the shot taken.
Big opportunity to kill the game there. He had options. The shot is not a terrible option, but could have used with more time off the clock. It's hard to say how much is even left. In the second half, that didn't have a lot of stoppage, it felt like.
I'm a little surprised that this one is still going. Batiste again there. Dada. Nice job getting it near side. Touch forward. Ooh, that shot blocked.
Really good work from Kane there. Just gets in front of the own just enough.
Academy don't have the numbers. Nice passing by Vlora.
We've on the Pena. And he's got it.
He's got space. One defender. He's going to play it deep with the shot and the goal. In the 99th minute, Benjamin Pena puts another tally, the final tally, on the board, and the Vlora fans can breathe easier. A big goal there for Vlora.
Great little finish on a really industrious performance for him. And really just Vlora doing well, handling some pressure there. Hanks had a couple interceptions this half since coming on and starts the play with that. Oh, there we go. Got the whistle.
And that is the final score. Vlora scoring in the 11th minute. That one holding up, but they get the final tally and they don't even re-kick. A 2-0 victory for the Vlora Football Club over the visiting 1826 Academy. They improved to 3 wins, no draws, no losses on this season, maintaining at least a tie for first place. Any final thoughts, Dominic, before we sign off?
Oh, just that, Vlora should walk away from this one really happy. It wasn't the prettiest game at times, but to get the 3 points out of this, a huge matchup for the projected competitors of this season, it's a huge win. It's a huge win.
Absolutely.
Really
a big win there, a clean sheet for the goalkeeper, Juan Montoya. He played a really, really good game. Using his feet a lot was fun to see, and great to see Vlora come out victorious with a 2-0 victory. Once again, thank you to our sponsor, Nowak Law Offices, and of course, thank you, Katie Brink. As always, my name is Skip Newton. For Dominic Bisogno, we are signing off. Vlora 2, 1826 0. Have a good rest of your Mother's Day, everyone.